Okay, we'll call the meeting to order, and we have a quorum, Commissioner Fund and myself. And at this time, Coach, would you like to lead us in the flag salute today? Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I move that we approve the minutes of December 5, 2016.
Second. A motion has been made and second to approve the minutes of December 5th, 2016. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passed. Public comment?
Ron Averill, Lewis County. I'm pretty happy this morning, and I'm really happy, Captain, that you're here. Well, what was the score of the game?
Oh.
I think it was 21-17.
That's correct.
In favor of the other guy.
I'm happy. After 15 years of frustration, you guys had to go 3 times to get your title. The Army has sat for 15 years ready for me to tell the captain that we won.
Good. Congratulations.
Yeah, that was a good game. I watched it. So anyway, secondly, here I'll make a few comments. First, I would like to thank the Napavine Tigers for being here and congratulating them on their state championship. I've said this because I have been a coach and and been involved with the school system. I know last year it was probably, and the year before it was very frustrating. But at the same time, I know, because I've always said, and which I told my players, really the first day of the new season is the last day of your season officially. So I know that all you guys were in the weight room. You're doing all those extra things that. The coach can only tell you to do so many things, and it gets down to you really wanting it. And I know that, your frustration, so you proved it on the field. And I know speaking, representing Lewis County at this point, I know that we congratulate you and thank you for all your hard work. And this is one thing, some of you are going to go to college, some of you are going to play other sports, but there's nothing like the high school experience. And you even hear pros talking about it. Some people that are in that game, they're constantly talking about what they experienced in high school. And this is something that they'll never, ever take from you. And I know that Lewis County is going to wear it proud, and we're very, very proud of you guys. So thanks, Coach, and all the seniors for being here. And I know that Commissioner Fund we've got a proclamation to read to you. So, again, thank you for being here, and wear it well, the defending state champions, and for one full year, that's for sure. And I know that there's a lot of juniors and seniors that want to go back and bring it back home again. So, and we will have that trophy up here. We're going to put it somewhere up here on display. So when we get up here, we get through the proclamation. So thanks again.
I move that we approve the proclamation number 1, honoring the 2016 2B state champions Napavine High School football team. Whereas the Napavine High School football team just completed a very successful season, winning first place at the State 2B Football Championship. And whereas the players, coaches, and parents spent countless hours practicing, traveling to and from games, and supporting the team. And whereas the Lewis County Board of County Commissioners wishes to recognize the accomplishments and contributions of all of those involved with the Napavine High School football team. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the BOCC recommends the Napavine High School football team for its winning season and publicly thanks all the parents, coaches, and volunteers in the community who supported this and other youth athletic teams. Done in regular session the 12th day of December 2016.
I second that proclamation. Okay. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? There it is, proclamation. We have a signed sheet up here that we will give you this, and if we need to sign, if we need to get more out to you, if the kids would like, the students would like for souvenirs, on things that they can take with them, we'd be happy to make more copies, that's for sure, and sign those individually. So at this time, Coach, you want to get up and say a few words? And again, thanks for being here. Very proud of you.
Thanks for having us here, and it's quite an honor for us to be able to come. And as a civics teacher and history teacher, it's cool for me to be here too. But
What's your name?
sorry, that would help.
Coach?
Yeah, just Coach. Now, I'm Josh Fay, and I'm the head football coach at Napavine High School, and I've been there for 10 years now. We've been fortunate to have some success in the program, and certainly Mr. Stamper's accurate in his assessment of these guys and their hard work and dedication to achieve an ultimate goal, which is elusive and can be hard to achieve. So these guys, along with their other 30 teammates that aren't here today, have done an outstanding job representing our school, our community, and winning the ultimate of prizes in our sport. So very honored to be here, and just, it's a great experience for us, and I know these guys are really excited, and it's like an early Christmas present for them. So yes. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Josh. I apologize, Josh, just because I know you. I guess everyone else is supposed to know you too. Yeah. So anyway. Okay, I think at this time then we're going to have the individual players come up and give them their name, and if they want to say a few words, that's fine. We'll start.
And tell us if you're a junior, senior, etc.
I think they're all seniors.
Are they all?
Yeah, they all got out of class today.
My name's Adam Barnhart, and this is my first year playing, but I ended up earning a starting position in the game, and thankful for all my teammates to give me the experience that I had, and for Faye for pushing me to work hard and play harder.
What position did you play?
I played nose guard and D end.
Okay.
Defensive end, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I knew that.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name's Ethan Court, and I played offensive left guard, and it was a pretty fun season.
Good. Let us know if you've played on other teams. I mean, if you played two teams, last year, the year before.
I'm Mac Fagerness. This is my 4th year playing in the Napavine program, and I'm a wide receiver and a defensive back.
My name's Jason Ohl. This is my 3rd year playing in the program. I play on the offensive line, and I just want to thank Coach Fay and all my teammates for helping us get there and get that gold ball.
I'm Connor Locke. I'm a defensive end.
My name's Sam Smith. I'm a senior here. Been playing here for 4 years. Grew up here, so it's just been a gift being able to play on this team for even since elementary school, and then to finally win the state championship my senior year. Nothing better.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm Sam Fagerness. I'm a senior and a 4-year starter. I'm also the ASP president at my school, so cool. I just want to thank everybody. Wouldn't be possible without all the community support, and it's pretty cool coming out on top in my final year. So thank you guys.
Thank you, Sam.
My name is Wyatt Stanley. I'm a 3-year starter at quarterback, and I just want to thank all my teammates, all the coaches for finally getting it done my senior year.
I'm Austin Philly. I'm a 2-year starter, and I played tight end and middle linebacker.
Thank you.
Thank you. Very good.
You want to get a picture? Yeah, let's get a picture.
Okay.
Bring that hardware up here. We're going to get a picture.
Put a picture down here.
Come on up.
And I have to tell you, boys, my son went to Centralia High School, so he was a Tiger, and he was all conference, and he was a wide receiver. So I watched a lot of football. So I know you guys have a lot of bruises and stuff. So you made it. Great job.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, young men, if you want to watch this on TV, we're on Channel 3, and if you want to watch this on the internet, if you go to our website, you can locate the commissioner meeting and watch it there too. So you can show this ceremony to your parents and girlfriends and whoever. Thank you.
The one other thing too is, and I'm terrible about this, but I would like to also, I know that you appreciate all your fans, especially the parents that have driven you and family members, other family members. So, and there's an entire team that supports you in the school. So again, I've always talked about the parents. I know they were very, very critical as far as family support. So again, thank them especially because, you know, ultimately, you guys are going to be there one day and you're going to be in the other role. So thanks again. Congratulations. Very proud of all of you guys.
All right, let's move to approve the consent agenda, items 2 through 8, resolution number 16-333 through 339.
Second.
Do you need help moving that? We got some boys that can help you there.
Good morning, Commissioners. Suzette Smith, Auditor's Office, Financial Services Division, here to present to you agenda item number 2. This is resolution number 16-333, and it is the weekly approval of warrants against the various county departments. Last week, we issued 178 regular warrants, number 760081 through 760258, for a total of $207,493.86. In addition, we note the skip in sequence for warrants issued on behalf of the special purpose districts, warrants number 760054 through 760080. Questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Commissioners. Eric Martin, Public Works Director and County Engineer. I'll be speaking to you today on consent agenda items 3, 4, and 5, for starters. Items 3 and 4 are similar actions, so I will talk about those in general at first and then go into the specifics of each of them. Resolution 16-334 and 16-335 are ratifying a consultant contract and a consultant supplement over $40,000 for an active public works project. Pursuant to Resolution 11437, directors of each of the county departments under authority of the Board of County Commissioners possess authority to execute and bind Lewis County to consulting services, contracts, projects, agreements, grant applications, contract amendments, and change orders involving the actual expenditure or receipt of less than $150,000 per year, provided that by resolution, acceptance of such finding has been authorized by the Board of County Commissioners. And further, the Board will ratify by resolution after the fact such contracts and change orders, grant applications, agreements, amendments in excess of $40,000 but less than $150,000. That applies to both of these. So the first one is for a consultant contract for not to exceed $100,000 for geotechnical on-call services with Landau Associates. We did do a request for proposals and a selection process and selected Landau. They have a one-year contract, which is then, by mutual agreement, extendable for another year. And that'll provide services for engineering, drilling, testing, geotechnical design on bridges, highways, and other public works projects. And the second one, if I can find it here, I'm sorry. The second one is actually a consultant supplement with SCJ Alliance Consulting Services for the North Lewis County Industrial Access Project. It's supplement number 2 of this contract, and the total is $137,154, which brings the total contracted amount for this project to $403,550. This is for what we're calling phase 3 of the project, which is solutions development and action plan. So we're actually looking at what kinds of projects are going to come out of this study, and then creating a list of those projects, which then can move forward, hopefully for design and construction at some point. Any questions about either one of those?
I was just going to make a comment about SCJ Alliance, that I went past their new office that's in downtown Centralia, so it's nice to have one of our consultants be located locally.
Very nice, yes. I heard that too, and I haven't seen their location yet, but they did let us know.
Location of Heyman Winery. So
what's that?
It's the former location of Heyman Winery.
Oh, okay, great. Resolution 16-336, a resolution to change the name of Smith Road South, which is located north of Centralia, to Hobson Road. So Smith Road South, if you want to bring up that map, please, Reva. Smith Road South is an extension of Hobson Road. Hobson Road is a Thurston County road. And then once you cross the county line, the bright yellow line there, it becomes Smith Road South. So just for ease of addressing, ease of future emergency services needs, things like that, it was decided that it would probably be better to be called Hobson Road. There's no currently addressed properties there. There's no homes. There's no businesses. And it's just a short piece of road. And so the property management group was looking at some road names. We have several duplicates and oddball names in the county, and so this was sort of the first one they've looked at, and it seems like a good fit to change that name to Hobson Road. Any questions about that one?
It's not going to be Hobson Road Southwest as it is in
We decided that it would be better to just call it Hobson Road. Southwest, northwest, northeast, those are designations that Thurston County uses. They sort of split their county into 4 quadrants. We haven't done that in Lewis County, so we decided that just calling it Hobson Road was probably descriptive enough for emergency services or anyone else that needed to find that road. So,
we don't have to pay them a fee for using their name, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
No cost to this one.
Okay.
Good morning, Laura Ryder with the Lewis County Treasurer's Office, and hopefully you can understand me. I had to go to the dentist this morning.
Oh.
And also, don't hold it against me. I'm an Onalaska logger, so hopefully that's okay. So I'm here on agenda item number 6, which is resolution number 16337. We would like to set our tax foreclosure sale for Friday, January 20th, starting at 9 a.m. in this room here. It will be for any parcels that have had 2013 or prior years' taxes not paid. We started out with over 600 parcels. Right now we're at 45.
Wow. So
And
people pay-
hopefully less than that, because they will have up till the day before the sale to pay, so there's some more out there that.
So in other words, it's 3, is that 3 years? 4 years, 3 years,
3
correct?
years.
So if they come in, if someone has not paid their taxes on something all the way back to 2013, if they come in and pay them, then they can,
They just carry on.
Okay.
And hopefully don't let it happen again.
yeah, that would be a good thing.
Yes,
Yeah, that would be a
yes.
good thing.
So any other questions on that?
Just a comment, that's one of the days, it's one of the busiest days in the courthouse beyond election days.
It does. I think last year we had over 60 bidders that were here, so.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura.
Me again. Eric Martin, Lewis County Public Works Director, County Engineer. Speaking to consent agenda item number 7, resolution 16-338, a resolution to approve the purchase of 5 Ford Interceptors for the Sheriff's Department. So the Public Works Department has determined that 5 vehicles in the Sheriff's Department fleet are in need of replacement. These vehicles were scheduled, budgeted, and approved for replacement in 2017. Columbia Ford offers Ford Interceptors through the current Washington State contract. And Lewis County has a cooperative purchasing agreement with Washington State, and these Interceptors will be purchased with ER&R funds.
What does ER&R stand for?
That's the Equipment Rental and Revolving Fund. The contract with the state ends as of December 31st, and so we can order these vehicles, which are budgeted in 2017 now, and not pay for them until we get receipt later next year. So we are taking advantage of what will likely be lower prices on the current contract, although we won't be paying for them until 2017. I do have a list of sheriff's vehicles that are being replaced with these 5. There is a 2008 Chevy Trailblazer SUV, which has 183,090 miles on it. There is a 2009 Ford Crown Victoria, which has 174,821 miles on it. A 2009, another Chevy Trailblazer, which has 172,079 miles on it. Another Ford Crown Victoria, which has 170,019 miles on it. And then finally, a 2007 Ford Expedition SUV, which has 166,582 miles on it. And I will comment that it's standard practice. The Sheriff's Office has purchased 5 replacement vehicles for many, many years now. And it is also common practice in the industry to replace these vehicles at a lower rate than you would for public works vehicles or other agency vehicles, because of the fact that they are pursuit vehicles. They need to perform at a very high level. And so typically we look at between 140 and 150,000 miles. We start to look at replacing these cars or washing them down into a different use besides pursuit. So just a comment there.
We don't want slow cars pursuing somebody.
We don't want the Sheriff's Office to have slow cars. We want them to not only be able to pursue, but we want them to be able to perform, so they don't break down, they don't have braking issues, transmission issues. We want them to be safe, as well as, like you said, fast.
I sit on the risk management board, and when you drive by the parking lot, they all look very, very nice, and they've got a lot of miles on them. But that risk is a big deal. So at some point, I know that some of the lawsuits have involved that I've seen, just being part of that. When you have older vehicles with that many miles on it, and unfortunately, if there's accidents, those will come back to haunt you if you're not on a list to replace those. So yes.
And we actually currently have the Sheriff's Office has 11 vehicles that are over 150,000 right now. So at this point, we're only replacing 5 of them.
And what will happen to those 5 vehicles we're replacing?
A couple of them will go for use as training vehicles for the Sheriff's Office. They take them, and maybe Rob or Dusty can talk more about exactly what they do with those. The other ones will probably be surplused and sold at auction if they're not purposed for another use, administrative use for the Sheriff's Department. So,
Rob, you want to elaborate?
Yeah, basically what these vehicles before that we used for pit cars. The Sheriff's Office uses We'll use 2 of them for training techniques for deputies to do pit maneuvers. Basically, we'll do at low speeds and high speeds, and these vehicles will be outfitted with metal around them so we don't damage the car too much, but they'll be used so that we can train these deputies how to use a pit. It's basically when you're coming up next to a pursuit, and if you're going to push the car out of control in a well-monitored fashion. But that's what we need to do, and this is ongoing training that we do. We do it every year, but every other year we actually get out on the course and use the pit maneuver. We do an EVOC course.
What course?
EVOC, Emergency Vehicle Operation course, where deputies are trained at high speeds and low speeds, going through corners, just a variety of training techniques, because every day traveling with deputies is a myriad of things, and it includes like going around cones and doing low speed pursuit, high speed, like I said earlier. So this training is invaluable, and these cars will be a good asset to have. So and when asked about with these cars with the 150,000 miles or over, we try to use these cars as best as possible. They may be handed down to detectives or to volunteers or something. We'll take off all the equipment and use the car to the best we can to get the most life we can of it. But at some point, we have to say where it becomes a safety risk. So, okay. On a side note, I am a Napavine Tiger. My kids go to Napavine. Now, I just want to say, you look at Sam over here. He's got this beard. He's had that beard since he was a freshman in high school. When I saw him, the first time I saw him walking around, I said, who is that guy? Is he a teacher or something? I found out he was a student. He's a freshman. But I've watched these young men play football. They are fun. They're energetic. What a great time. Even though, the last couple of years weren't so successful, they were so fun to watch. They have a lot of passion in them. And I commend Coach Fay for an awesome job of getting these young men motivated to be successful leaders that they are today. So thank you guys for what you do in our community, because we really appreciate it. So thanks. I wish I could grow that. I can't even come close. Some of these guys are well closer. I've tried. It just doesn't work out.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Any other questions on that one? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Danette York, Director of Public Health and Social Services, and I'm speaking to item number 8, which is resolution number 16-339. This resolution is to adopt a categorized schedule of 2017 fees for the Departments of Community Development, Public Works, and Public Health and Social Services. Each year, the county commissioners have to pass their fee schedule for the next year. This year, Community Development and Public Works had no proposed changes. Public Health and Social Services, which is my department, had several changes. We're requesting a small increase for some of the food permits, some of the water quality, and septic permits. And we did have an addition to the animal shelter fees as well. Questions?
When's the last time some of these have been raised? I don't know.
We did increase the food fees several years ago. Since I've been here, I started in September of 2009. None of the other fees have been increased during my tenure here.
Those are some of the things that when we looked at these fee schedules, the first question you asked is, does the county recoup the costs for these fees? And the answer is no, because we don't want to put the whole burden on the taxpayer. But at the same time, we do have to recoup some of our fees because of budgetary issues and all the other things. So we look at them very closely, and we minimize those increases as much as we can, and with at the same time being able to recoup some of the fees. So,
trying to find that balance.
Yeah, and our directors are very, very good at the common sense approach too. So thank you. Okay, a motion is made and second to approve the consent agenda resolutions number 16-333 through resolution number 16-339. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passed. Okay.
Those of you following our agenda, there's one on the reverse side, a hearing.
Coach, you guys are more than welcome to stay, or, some people choose to leave, but others will stay. That would be up to you. If you want to listen to more of what's going on, we encourage that, but at the same time, we understand if you got things to do, and we'll go from there. Or at least you just want to hang out here rather than go back to school. I don't
They
know.
appreciate being out of class.
So.
And this one will be fairly short.
Okay.
Yes, Dustin.
Okay, we first have a staff report followed by a question and answer period. We will then close the question and answer period and open the hearing for formal testimony. And this is for the hearing for ordinance 1273, and that is, I believe the number is 1224 as amended to 1226, and then the ordinance is 1273.
That is correct.
Okay.
And for the
let me go through this real
Oh,
quick.
okay.
We'll have 3 minutes. If anyone wishes to testify, you'll have 3 minutes. You can sign up. There's a sign-up sheet over there, and announce. And at this time, we would like to have the staff report.
And for the record, again, Danette York, Director of Public Health and Social Services. And as Commissioner Stamper mentioned, this is ordinance amending a portion of Section 6 of Ordinance 1224, and that ordinance was amended by Ordinance 1226. The hearing was published on November 28, 2016 in the East County Journal. The Board of County Commissioners in the past approved the 0.1% sales tax for mental health, chemical dependency, and therapeutic courts. At the time that they established this tax, they also created what was named the Sales Tax Advisory Board to provide recommendations on how to use that funding revenue that came in from the sales tax. This set advisory board is no longer necessary. The changes included in this resolution is to sunset that established advisory board and allow for an ad hoc committee to be established as needed to review proposals and make recommendations on how to best use the sales tax revenue. So periodically we will have to do a request for proposals, and we release that through the media and electronically to the community. Once we release the RFPs, or request for proposals, we would then establish an ad hoc committee using community members and experts to sit on this and review the proposals received, and then submit recommendations to the commissioners on which proposals to then fund using the sales tax money.
Do you have any questions, Commissioner? I have none.
That's it for my report.
Okay, thank you. Now we have question and answer period for the publics to ask questions.
For the record, I'm Ron Averill from Centralia.
Touchdown.
Perfect timing.
I'm glad I'm not in Judge Hunt's court at this time.
Yes.
What would he do, fine you? Would he?
Oh, yes, he'd find me.
And I will not have my cell phone on in the Judge Hunt's courtroom. We write it like 50 times.
Okay, as young men here probably don't know, I was county commissioner when we passed the 0.1% tax, and I actively was out campaigning for it. And we had a problem when we first established this, because the most of the people out there were pushing for the support of the drug court, which I solidly also supported. But this has three elements to it. The first of those is mental health, the second is chemical dependency, and the third is therapeutic courts, which was the drug court, and by law, when we adopted this, the family court that was there. The problem is that there was strong urging by all sides to get their share or a little bit better than their share of these. And my concern as a county commissioner was that mental health was badly in need of support, and that it was going to get pushed out by others. I recognize that the advisory body was, one, too large, and two, composed of advocates on all sides, and so as a result, a lot of the discussions got pretty heated, and it was very difficult for them to operate in a neutral fashion. But on the other hand, I'm concerned, and I'd just like to hear how you plan to provide for, by an ad hoc basis, the even distribution of these funds to all of the three important causes that the tax supports.
Okay, so the plan is that once we receive the proposals after the RFP has been out and the deadline has come in, staff at Public Health and Social Services will review those proposals, and based on what the proposals are, so if it's housing or mental health or whatever it is, we will seek a community expert that is not part of any funding request. So for instance, if Cascade is requesting funding for their early intervention mental health program in the schools, we want a mental health expert on the ad hoc committee that does not work for Cascade. And we will go out, seek these individuals, get a list, and submit it to the commissioners for approval. They will not have to appoint the membership, such as they did for the Sales Tax Advisory Board, but they will be asked to approve the membership of the ad hoc committee. And then that committee will serve until those RFPs are completed and a recommendation made to the commissioners.
That certainly speaks to individual requests, particularly if they are devoted to only one of the three supported causes. How are you going to get advice on making sure that you have even distribution of funds across those three?
Well, like I said, it depends on what the proposals come in. We were not going to ask, say, someone from therapeutic courts to sit on an ad hoc committee if they were not requesting additional funding.
I understand that, but I don't think that you're understanding what my question is.
Maybe not.
My question is, across the three areas, are you getting any advice from anywhere to make sure that it's evenly distributed, or is that in the hands of the county commissioners?
Oh, I see. That is in the hands of the county commissioners and have already been established pretty much. So the therapeutic court funding comes off the sales tax before RFPs are ever put out. So first funding is given to the therapeutic courts. Then the funding, the next set or next pot is provided to programs that are within county government, so say the jail, the prosecutor's office for the mental health alternative, and then the remaining estimated revenue will be put out for RFP for community proposals.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When you say therapeutic court, can you tell folks what courts are we?
Adult drug court currently, and family treatment court, which is very similar to adult drug court, except for it is families that have children. That's the two therapeutic courts that we currently have established. There could be others, but currently those are the only two that I'm aware of.
And for our guests in here today, what are we talking about? A pool of money? How much money is that?
I'll look to Becky, but I think the estimated revenue each year right now is about $1.1 million, and approximately. Almost half of that goes to adult drug court. And then we have several programs within county government that, this is a really rough number, but probably close to $300,000 goes to, such as the mental health alternative and some jail programs, jail mental health programs. And then the remainder would be put out for an RFP, and the RFP runs on a 2-year cycle. So this current year, 2016, was the first of the 2-year cycle. The current contracts that we have with the community members or community agencies will run for a second year in 2017. So about mid-year of 2017, we'll be releasing the RFP again.
Now, there was a suggestion as we looked at our budget that we take money from drug court and put in the general fund. No, we can't do that. Do you want to elaborate on that?
So the sales tax money is required by statute, by state law, that it has to be used for programs for mental health, chemical dependency, or therapeutic courts. If you remove that sales tax money from any of the programs that you're currently funding, drug court being one of them, they would have to be used in another similar program. It could not be used for anything else in the general fund.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions? This is an opportunity for you to get up and ask questions. No more questions? Okay, at this time, we're going to close the question and answer period. And then, would you like to have your comments incorporated into the hearing?
Yes, please.
Okay. Now we're going to have open hearing for the public testimony. And if we have any names, can you go check the...
Again, Ron Averill from Centralia. I generally support what's being done, but I would, in order to streamline the process, but I would point out to you that you've actually put more pressure on yourselves because at least while I was in office, there was very, very strong pressure put on by virtually all of the groups to get access to this pot of funds. I particularly was concerned because one of the areas that had a more difficult time explaining themselves for access was the mental health. And that was why I virtually got behind this project in the first place. And I currently sit on Cascade Mental Health's board of directors. And I'm very, very concerned. This is an area where Medicaid availability is virtually the only access that many people who suffer from mental health have funds to get to, unless they're wealthy and they can go to private practice. We have many, many needs in the mental health area. BHO is, of course, one of our greatest access to these funds, but there are a number of projects, and like the problems that we've had in the jail, the housing, and things like that, that also need to get support, and you're not going to get that support through the BHO. I am concerned when we start looking at things on an individual basis that the overall process, a pot of money, is not getting adequate attention for equitable distribution. So thank you very much.
We'll keep an eye on that. Thank you.
Yes, we will. Okay, anything? Is anyone else? You're welcome to sign up, come up and make comments. Okay, we will now close the hearing for public testimony. And if there are any people that would wish to have written testimony, they will bring it, maybe bring it up at a later date. And I think there's a time period. You have till 5 o'clock on Friday to do that. So if there's any written testimony.
We can go ahead and approve this.
We can, yes. That is correct.
That we not approve it today?
No, my preference would be to approve it.
Okay. Well, I would like to move approval of Ordinance 1273, which would amend Section 6 of Ordinance 1224.
Second. A motion has been made and seconded to approve the hearing ordinance number 1273 and also to establish the ordinance 1224 along with ordinance 1273. Is there any more comment? Okay, a motion is made and seconded to approve the ordinance. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Passed. Thank you, Danette.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Seeing no further business on our agenda, I move that we adjourn.
Second. A motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Adjourned. And again, thank you guys for being here.
You are invited to immerse yourself in the beauty of nature in all four corners of Lewis County, Washington. From our fields to your table, farms in the west share their bounty. Limitless landscapes, forests and mountains beg to be explored in the east. Fish our many rivers and lakes in the south, and discover where history and culture intersect in our twin cities. Explore it all by visiting our Facebook page and plan your next getaway at discoverlewiscounty.com. Culture, history, and adventure all come alive when you discover Lewis County.